Struggling to pass your DMV permit test on the first try? Congratulations, you have found the right channel. We are dedicated to providing you with everything you need to prepare confidently for your test. Today, we will go through 46 essential mock test questions for California, with the last 10 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So stick around until the end. Let's dive in and get started. Question 1. When applying for an instruction permit if you are under 18, who must sign the application? Option A. A parent or guardian to approve the application and accept financial responsibility. B. Your high school principal and driving instructor. C. Only a DMV licensed driving instructor. Answer is A. A parent or guardian to approve the application and accept financial responsibility. If you are under 18 years old, you will need to have a parent or guardian sign to approve your application and accept financial responsibility. If your parents or guardians share joint custody of you, both must sign. Question 2. This yellow road sign indicates. Option A. Divided highway begins. B. A steep grade is ahead. C. The overpass ahead has a low clearance. Answer is C. The overpass ahead has a low clearance. This sign warns drivers of a low bridge or overpass. Vehicles taller than the height shown, 12 feet minus 6 inches, must find an alternate route. Question 3. What should you do if you miss a turn? Option A. Make a U-turn as soon as possible regardless of signs. B. Keep driving until you can safely and legally turn around. C. Stop and reverse your vehicle if the road is clear. Answer is B. Keep driving until you can safely and legally turn around. If you miss a turn, keep driving until you can safely and legally turn around. You should never make last-minute direction changes, weave in traffic, or reverse in an intersection. Question 4. What color curb does not allow vehicles to stop, stand, or park? Option A. White. B. Red. C. Yellow. Answer is B. Red. A red painted curb means there is no stopping, standing, or parking allowed under any standard circumstances. Question 5. When approaching a solid green traffic signal light, you should. Option A. Proceed without stopping, regardless of traffic in the intersection. B. Go but still stop for any vehicle, bicyclist, or pedestrian in the intersection. C. Treat it as a four-way stop before crossing the intersection. Answer is B. Go but still stop for any vehicle, bicyclist, or pedestrian in the intersection. A solid green traffic signal light means go. However, you should still stop for any vehicle, bicyclist, or pedestrian already in the intersection and only proceed if you have enough space to completely clear the intersection. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 6. Under what conditions may you drive through a safety zone? Option A. When there are no pedestrians present. B. Only if you are passing a stopped bus on the right. C. Do not drive through a safety zone under any condition. Answer is C. Do not drive through a safety zone under any condition. You must not drive through a safety zone under any condition. These areas are strictly reserved for pedestrians waiting for transit. Question 7. At a T intersection without stop or yield signs, who has the right of way? Option A. Vehicles turning onto the through road. B. Vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians on the through road. C. Whichever vehicle comes to a complete stop first. Answer is B. Vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians on the through road. At a T intersection without stop or yield signs, the vehicles, bicyclists, and pedestrians on the through road, the road continuing to go straight, always have the right of way. You must yield to them before turning. Question 8. Who else is legally permitted to use the far left turn lane when turning left from a one-way street onto a one-way street? Option A. Commercial trucks only. B. Pedestrians. C. Bicyclists. Answer is C. Bicyclists. Bicyclists are legally permitted to use the far left turn lane when making a left turn from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Drivers must share this lane and watch for bicyclists before turning. Question 9. What does the law say about throwing a cigarette, cigar, or other flaming or glowing substance from your vehicle? Option A. It is permitted only if the object lands on the paved shoulder. B. It is prohibited under all circumstances. C. It is permitted only during periods of heavy rain. Answer is B. It is prohibited under all circumstances. It is strictly prohibited to throw a cigarette, cigar, or other flaming or glowing substance from your vehicle under any circumstances, as this poses a severe fire and safety hazard. Question 10. If your vehicle breaks down and does not have emergency flashers, what should you use to warn others? Option A. Your turn signals. B. Your high beam headlights. C. Your interior dome light. Answer is A. Your turn signals. If your vehicle breaks down and you need to stop, you should immediately turn on your emergency flashers to warn other drivers. If your vehicle is not equipped with emergency flashers or they are broken, use your turn signals instead. Question 11. Following a DUI conviction, you may be required to install an ignition interlock device (IID) on your Option A. Vehicle. B. Bicycle. C. Home's front door. Answer is A. Vehicle. Following a DUI conviction, you may be required to install an ignition interlock device (IID) directly on your vehicle to prevent it from starting if alcohol is detected. Question 12. If a bicyclist is traveling on a one-way road with 2 or more lanes, where are they permitted to ride? Option A. They may ride near the left curb or edge of the road. B. They must always remain near the right curb, regardless of the road type. C. They are required to ride in the center lane to avoid parked cars. Answer is A. They may ride near the left curb or edge of the road. If a bicyclist is traveling slower than traffic on a one-way road with 2 or more lanes, they may choose to ride near the left curb or edge of the road. Question 13. To legally drive an immediate family member during restricted hours, a provisional driver must carry a note signed by their parent or legal guardian that states: Option A. Proof of financial responsibility and vehicle registration. B. The exact route to and from the family member's destination. C. The reason you need to drive, the family member, and the date when the need will end. Answer is C. The reason you need to drive, the family member, and the date when the need will end. There are exceptions to provisional driving restrictions. If you must drive an immediate family member, you must carry a note signed by your parent or legal guardian stating the reason you need to drive, the family member, and the date when the need will end. Question 14. Where does the handbook direct senior drivers to go to obtain the Driver Skills Self-Assessment Questionnaire? Option A. Your local law enforcement agency. B. Your primary care physician's office. C. The DMV website, dmv.ca.gov/driver-skills. Answer is C. The DMV website, dmv.ca.gov/driver-skills. The DMV provides a driver skills self-assessment questionnaire to help drivers evaluate their abilities. You can find and complete this questionnaire by visiting the DMV website. Question 15. If a law enforcement officer asks your permission to search your vehicle, what should you do if you do not want them to? Option A. Clearly say that you do not give your permission, but do not resist or obstruct the officer. B. Immediately exit the vehicle and block the doors. C. You cannot decline a request from a law enforcement officer. Answer is A. Clearly say that you do not give your permission, but do not resist or obstruct the officer. If an officer asks to search your vehicle and you do not want them to, you should clearly say that you do not give your permission. However, you do not have the right to physically resist or obstruct the officer if they proceed with the search. Question 16. Why is it important to reduce your speed when driving in high winds? Option A. To decrease your vehicle's fuel consumption against the wind resistance. B. It gives you better control over your vehicle and more time to react to a strong gust. C. Because you are legally required to drive at half the posted limit in windstorms. Answer is B. It gives you better control over your vehicle and more time to react to a strong gust. Reducing your speed in high winds gives you much better control over your vehicle. Crucially, it provides you with more time to react safely if your vehicle gets hit by a sudden, strong gust of wind. Question 17. When turning left from a center left turn lane, what must you do to ensure you do not block traffic? Option A. Come to a complete stop before entering the lane. B. Keep your vehicle halfway in the regular traffic lane until traffic clears. C. Merge completely into the center left turn lane. Answer is C. Merge completely into the center left turn lane. To turn left from a center left turn lane, you must look for other vehicles, signal, check your blind spots, and merge completely into the center left turn lane so you do not block traffic before turning when it is safe. Question 18. How does the weight of a commercial truck affect its stopping distance? Option A. Weight does not affect the stopping distance of large trucks. B. An empty truck takes longer to stop than a loaded truck. C. A loaded truck will take longer to stop than an empty truck. Answer is C. A loaded truck will take longer to stop than an empty truck. The heavier the vehicle and the faster it is moving, the longer it takes to safely stop. Because of this added momentum, a loaded truck will take much longer to stop than an empty truck. Question 19. When driving in extreme cold, why should you use the defroster or slightly open your windows? Option A, to increase the cabin temperature quickly. B, to clear snow and ice from your side mirrors. C, to keep them from fogging up. Answer is C, to keep them from fogging up. When driving in extreme cold, you should use the defroster or slightly open your windows to keep them from fogging up and blocking your visibility. Question 20. If you plan to change lanes to exit a highway, how should you execute the lane changes? Option A, change multiple lanes at once to reach the exit quickly. B, do so one at a time, signal and look over your shoulder to check your blind spots. C, slow down drastically in your current lane before moving over. Answer is B. Do so one at a time, signal and look over your shoulder to check your blind spots. Because vehicles travel at much higher speeds on the highway, you need a space that is a full block, which is about 300 feet long, to safely merge, enter, or exit traffic. Question 21. When visualizing the areas around your vehicle to be aware of your surroundings, what do the blue areas represent? Option A, the area directly behind you. B, the areas next to you. C, the space ahead of you. Answer is B, the areas next to you. When visualizing the areas around your vehicle, the blue areas represent the space immediately next to you. You must be aware of what is on each side of you to maintain enough space to maneuver safely. Question 22. What is the primary purpose of a pedestrian push button at an intersection? Option A, to turn the nearest vehicle traffic signal to a flashing yellow light. B, to activate the walk or walking person signal. C, to sound an alarm for emergency vehicles. Answer is B, to activate the walk or walking person signal. The primary purpose of a pedestrian push button at an intersection is to communicate your presence to the traffic signal system so it can activate the walk or walking person signal. Question 23. Before making a left turn, what physical check should you perform? Option A, look over your right shoulder and accelerate. B, look over your left shoulder and reduce your speed. C, look straight ahead and maintain your current speed. Answer is B. Look over your left shoulder and reduce your speed. Before executing a left turn, it is crucial to check your blind spot by looking over your left shoulder and smoothly reducing your speed as you approach the intersection. Question 24. What is the meaning of this warning sign? Option A, the road is slippery when wet. B, tow-away zone. C, steep downgrade. Answer is A. The road is slippery when wet. This sign is posted in areas where the road surface becomes slick when it rains. Slow down and avoid sudden braking or turns. Question 25. What should you do if you press the brake pedal and it sinks all the way to the floor? Option A, quickly pump the brakes by gently applying and releasing pressure on your brake pedal. B, turn off your engine immediately to stop the vehicle's forward momentum. C, steer into the nearest curb or roadside barrier to force the vehicle to stop. Answer is A. Quickly pump the brakes by gently applying and releasing pressure on your brake pedal. If you press the brake pedal and it sinks all the way to the floor, you should quickly pump the brakes by gently applying and releasing pressure on your brake pedal to build up brake fluid pressure. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 26. During an enforcement stop, you have a specific right to be free from discrimination based on your Option A, vehicle type and vehicle manufacturing year. B, actual or perceived race, sex, religion, or citizenship status. C, political affiliation and voting history. Answer is B. Actual or perceived race, sex, religion, or citizenship status. During an enforcement stop, you have a specific right to be free from discrimination based on your actual or perceived race, sex, color, ethnicity, national origin, age, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, or citizenship status. Question 27. When driving through a work zone, who must you obey regarding special signs or instructions? Option A, only uniformed law enforcement officers. B, workers such as flaggers. C, other drivers navigating the work zone. Answer is B. Workers such as flaggers. As you go through a work zone carefully, you must obey any special signs or verbal instructions from workers, such as flaggers. Question 28. When backing up in a straight line, how far does the handbook recommend backing up for practice? Option A, for 2 vehicle lengths. B, for 5 vehicle lengths. C, for 3 vehicle lengths. Answer is C. For 3 vehicle lengths. When practicing backing up in a straight line, you should back up for 3 vehicle lengths while remaining within 3 feet of the curb. Always stay aware of what is behind you when backing up. Question 29. According to the California Driver's Handbook, what happens to your body when you are in a collision and your vehicle stops? Option A, you are immediately pushed backward into your seat. B, you keep moving at the same speed you were traveling until you hit the dashboard or windshield. C, you remain perfectly stationary within the vehicle compartment. Answer is B. You keep moving at the same speed you were traveling until you hit the dashboard or windshield. When you are in a collision, your vehicle stops, but your body keeps moving at the same speed you were traveling. You only stop when you hit the dashboard or windshield. Question 30. What is a possible consequence of failing to pull over and yield the right-of-way to an emergency vehicle? Option A, your vehicle will be automatically impounded for 30 days. B, you will be required to retake your behind-the-wheel driving test. C, failure to pull over may result in a ticket. Answer is C. Failure to pull over may result in a ticket. You must give the right-of-way to any law enforcement vehicle, fire engine, ambulance, or other emergency vehicle using a siren and red lights. Failure to pull over may result in a traffic ticket. Question 31. If you are involved in a qualifying collision, whose responsibility is it to report the collision to the DMV? Option A, your insurance company's. B, it is your responsibility. C, the responding law enforcement officers. Answer is B. It is your responsibility. If you are involved in a collision resulting in $1,000 in damage, or where anyone is injured or dies, it is strictly your responsibility to report the collision to the DMV. Question 32. After you complete a traffic violator school program, how is the court notified of your completion? Option A. You must personally deliver your completion receipt to the local DMV office. B. Your insurance company will send a digital notice to the court. C. The traffic violator school will report your course completion to the court. Answer is C. The traffic violator school will report your course completion to the court. Once you complete a traffic violator school program, the school will report your course completion directly to the court. You will also get a completion receipt for your records. Question 33. Why does the DMV prohibit the use of advanced driver assistance systems like lane departure during the drive test? Option A. Because they can interfere with the examiner's grading equipment. B. Because they require too much attention and cause distracted driving. C. Because the test is intended to evaluate your skill and abilities, not the vehicle's technology. Answer is C. Because the test is intended to evaluate your skill and abilities, not the vehicle's technology. The behind-the-wheel drive test is intended to determine your personal skill in operating a motor vehicle in most road situations and evaluate your abilities, not the vehicle's technology. Therefore, advanced assistance systems are prohibited. Question 34. If a pedestrian makes eye contact with you while waiting at the edge of a road, you should. Option A. Honk your horn lightly to let them know you are proceeding. B. Accelerate to cross the intersection before they step off the curb. C. Yield to the pedestrian as they are ready to cross the street. Answer is C. Yield to the pedestrian as they are ready to cross the street. When approaching a crosswalk, pay attention to pedestrians. If a pedestrian makes eye contact with you, it indicates they are ready to cross the street, and you must yield to them. Question 35. What does an orange and red triangle on the back of a vehicle indicate? Option A. It is carrying a hazardous load. B. It is a slow-moving vehicle usually traveling at 25 miles per hour or less. C. It is an emergency vehicle that is currently stopped. Answer is B. It is a slow-moving vehicle usually traveling at 25 miles per hour or less. Some slow-moving vehicles have an orange and red triangle on their back. This includes road maintenance vehicles and agricultural equipment, which usually travel at 25 miles per hour or less. Question 36. When are fines doubled in highway construction or maintenance zones? Option A. When workers are present. B. Between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. C. Only when the speed limit is reduced to 25 miles per hour or lower. Answer is A. When workers are present. Fines are strictly doubled in highway construction or maintenance zones when workers are actively present to ensure their safety. Question 37. What do flashing yellow lights on a school bus indicate? Option A. The bus is broken down and you should pass carefully. B. The bus is accelerating to re-enter traffic. C. They warn you to slow down and prepare to stop. Answer is C. They warn you to slow down and prepare to stop. Some school buses flash yellow lights when preparing to stop to let children off the bus. These yellow flashing lights warn you to slow down and prepare to stop. Question 38. When a crossing device or a person warns you a train is coming, what is the minimum distance you must stop from the nearest track? Option A, at least 50 feet. B, at least 15 feet. C, at least 5 feet. Answer is B, at least 15 feet. When crossing devices or a person warns you a train is coming, you must stop at least 15 feet from the nearest track for your safety. Question 39. A yellow pentagon-shaped sign represents a. Option A, stop sign. B, regulatory sign. C, school zone or school crossing sign. Answer is C, school zone or school crossing sign. The five-sided shape is reserved specifically for school-related warnings. Watch for children and follow posted school zone speed limits. Question 40. The DMV will revoke your driving privilege if you are convicted of. Option A, driving 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit on a freeway. B, parking illegally in a crosshatch disabled parking space. C, a hit-and-run or reckless driving that resulted in injury. Answer is C, a hit-and-run or reckless driving that resulted in injury. The DMV will revoke your driving privilege if you are convicted of a hit-and-run or reckless driving that resulted in injury. Question 41. What is the recommended method for checking traffic behind your vehicle? Option A, look exclusively through your interior rearview mirror. B, use your rearview mirror, side mirrors, and turn your head. C, rely solely on your vehicle's backup camera and proximity sensors. Answer is B, use your rearview mirror, side mirrors, and turn your head. The recommended method for checking traffic behind your vehicle is to frequently use your interior rearview mirror, your exterior side mirrors, and by physically turning your head to check your blind spots. Question 42. If you have no other option but to drive through a flooded road, what must you do immediately after you make it through the water? Option A, shift your vehicle into neutral and coast for 1 mile. B, drive at least 45 miles per hour so the wind dries your tires. C, test your brakes to make sure they work correctly. Answer is C, test your brakes to make sure they work correctly. If you absolutely have no other option but to drive slowly through a flooded road, you must immediately test your brakes after making it through the water to ensure they still work correctly. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 43. What is the first thing you should do if your wheels drift off the pavement? Option A, grip the steering wheel firmly. B, turn the steering wheel sharply to the left. C, press the brakes hard immediately. Answer is A, grip the steering wheel firmly. If your vehicle's wheels drift off the pavement, the very first thing you should do is grip the steering wheel firmly to maintain control of your vehicle. Question 44. If anyone is injured or killed in a collision, you must make a report to law enforcement within Option A, 24 hours. B, 48 hours. C, 10 days. Answer is A, 24 hours. If anyone is injured or killed in a collision, you or your representative must make a formal report to law enforcement within 24 hours of the collision. Question 45. If you are 70 years old or older at the time your driver's license expires, you are required to Option A, surrender your driver's license and apply for a senior ID card. B, retake the behind-the-wheel driving test with a DMV examiner. C, renew your driver's license in person and pass a vision test. Answer is C, renew your driver's license in person and pass a vision test. If you are 70 years old or older at the time your driver's license expires, you are legally required to renew your driver's license in person at a DMV office and pass a vision test. Question 46. This yellow diamond sign shows one type of Option A, intersection. B, road curve. C, right turn. Answer is A, intersection. This cross symbol indicates a four-way intersection ahead. Drivers should look in all directions for crossing traffic or pedestrians. For more practice and updates, click on the video you are watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your DMV permit test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.